Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome to the GMologist Presents. Again, we are continuing our ongoing campaign using D&D First Edition. Show you, if my camera is up there, you can see my original F3D cover D&D book. And we are playing through Against the Slave Lords. Currently, we are in Slave Pits of the Undercity, which you can see as the backdrop here. Jeff D's marvelous cover with his iconic, the iconic pre-gens actually in the book, fighting this sort of insect weevil creature that the characters have learned are called aspis. And before we get the players, that is, and the player characters, before we get into the game and maybe a recap, I will introduce the stars of the show from left to right. First, we have J-Ro.
Yes, good morning. My name is Tim J-Ro. I'm playing Zork. I'm a half-orc cleric fighter. And I'm just ready to get in there and mix things up today.
Nice. Next here on my screen, we have Snake.
Good morning, everybody. I play Veer. He is a half-elven fighter with exceptional strength.
All right, we do have another player, Wolsey, who's playing Bronson with his faithful German Shepherd companion Shepherd. He has stepped out and he may be back, but we'll introduce him just the same. And next we have Greyhawk.
Good morning, everyone. This is Greyhawk. Once more playing Riordan, the currently 6th level human fighter.
Nice. And last but not least, the producer of the show, Streamrolla. It's also a player.
Good morning. If you watch our others, you know I'm now Streamrolla the Red because the GMologist gave me a nickname, but I play Arlindia, who's a 5th level magic user fighter with her ever so trusted, I would say, sidekick, but she doesn't see herself that, Nixara.
Lady Nixara. Yeah, all you guys are like lords and ladies or something in Nyrond, I thought.
Yes.
Maybe. All right, cool. So what happened last time?
We didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
That's the recap.
Greg, aren't you like the chronicler?
Have I been promoted? All right, so
Lord Greyhawk.
chronicler of our adventures, maintainer of the annals. All right, so last session we had previously defeated a man who went by Dirk, not his real name, but Dirk was apparently the head honcho of this particular slaving operation. He was in his special chamber with, as I recall, several tame giant weasels as beck and call, and through magic we overcame him and the orcs who were guarding him, and then we proceeded through a door that was in his chamber. It took us up to some additional corridors, and then up to the kind of somewhat abandoned, somewhat dilapidated temple to the orc god Grumsh. And after overpowering the orc guards there, we encountered Pieta, the cleric to the orc god, who we actually knew about from the first time we were in Highport, and that we were in fact even told was really loyal to the orc god Grumsh rather than loyal to the Earth Dragon, whose cult is primarily worshipped or served by the slavers. So since Pieta is actually really kind of a spy within the slave lords, or at the very least she wasn't, her loyalties remained with the old religion, so to speak, and not so much with Dirk. Dirk. Indeed, there was some evidence there that she felt that Dirk was probably going to have her assassinated. And in fact, she at first thought that we were assassins sent by Dirk to kill her. We more or less convinced her to after subduing her, we basically convinced her to, if we let her go, to gather her followers up and start a riot, and essentially take the orcs that were in the slave pits down below. With her to remove them from the board, so to speak, as well as gather anybody else up. So the thought was that Pieta would cause a ruckus, and we were discussing this amongst the group post session, primarily on Discord, about what our plan was here, because there's still several corridors and rooms in the slave pits in this compound which we haven't gone through as of yet. So topside is the ruined temple to Grumsh, as well as in the exterior where the slave auction was actually run. So currently we're in sort of the altar room, temple room, where there's a great statue to the orc god, where we ended up coming up through a trap door. There's a room full of Scourges who we eliminated previously, but we're told that there's a number of other beasties still here. Among them, there's a room of undead that included a wight, which is always terrifying in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons due to their capacity for level drain, that most fearsome of mechanics. There was a room, as I recall, that would have the orcs in it, which should be clear if Pieta is gathering them all up. At the very least, they shouldn't be hostile to us, that they are partisan to her rather than to the slave lords. Again, they don't gather there is actually all that much love lost between them and Dirk. There's a room, if I recall correctly, which we were told had basilisks in it, which again are terrifying opponent because they can petrify. And then finally, there were the Aspis caves. The Aspis being the kind of weevil men. I think we may have called them ant-men as well, but they're really more like weevil men. And we had fought a couple of them previously. Apparently, there's a queen down there. And so we had debated about how we wanted to handle this, because there's all these different groups of enemies who we could deal with still at the slave pits here in Highport. And the group was leaning towards continuing to clear this place out. We probably needed to wait and refresh for spells, so we need to rest and refresh first before proceeding forward. But the thought was, of course, that rather than leave all these enemies to the orcs to be cleared ourselves, it's greater experience points and treasure for us. There might be cool magic items there. And then once we've cleared the compound to our satisfaction, what we started talking about was heading south, because while we were clearing this place out, we knew that slaves are already being led south further into the Pomarge. So we knew that there was some kind of slaving compound there. But through interrogating Dirk, we learned that there's an upper level of masters of the slave lord, the actual slave lords, the titular villains of this campaign, and that they're running things out of a city called Suderham. And we've also learned that there is a fortification, the Slavers Stockade, and so they're bringing slaves down south there for nefarious purposes. And so we're starting to debate how we were going to go after them, since that seems to be the natural continuation of our crusade here against these evildoers. That being said, that's a bit of that's kind of the next adventure, as we still have to finish clearing out this place.
Anything else that's very thorough? Thank you, Grant. And anything else that we remember?
We learned that specifically regarding the leadership of the slave lords, we learned that Dirk is subordinate to someone named Slippery Ketta, and that she's a member of apparently the upper level of management, so to speak, of kind of the inner circle, known as the Nine. But he also had a direct superior who's, I guess, like intermediary. So if Slippery Ketta is part of like the ruling group, the actual like slave lords, then there's another group of higher ranking slavers who are running operations. And so Dirk answered to someone named Marquesa, who's apparently an elf and a mage. We also learned that there was another associate named Icar, who is apparently a fighter of some skill, despite the fact that he is blind. Also, we learned that Icar has a underling or associate name known as Executioner, who's apparently an ogre mage. And so Dirk, we decided not to. We decided against keeping him as a prisoner, but we do have some other. We do have Varlene, the who we still have in custody because she's still in cataplexy due to the pseudo dragon poison. We captured her when we first began attacking these slave pits 2 episodes ago. And we have a number of slaves that we freed, including Orm, who's currently a companion here. And one of the thoughts was that we were going to make contact with Mikoro. I suppose we've also called him Mikaro. We also called him Vicarious a couple times. Maybe he's going by both names now. We're probably going to make contact with him and have him make arrangements to deal with them, since again, this is going to be a longer term concern once we're actually done clearing the slave pits. But we might be in for quite an overland trek, since if the slaver stockade is at the base of the mountain range in the Pomarge. I need to pull up my map in order to remember the name of it.
Drakensberg Hills.
Yeah, the Drakensgrab, which I'm fairly certain is German for Dragon's Grave. Anyway, if it's there, that we're probably looking at a fairly significant overland trek.
Maybe you can find that undead dragon there. There's always chances for sidetracks, right? All right. Well, I think that's the first thing we'll do is fall back. Take all those ex-prisoners, ex-slaves back to Macarius so he can make sure they're, get them ready for like sea travel and stuff like that, and get them out, because you guys have a underground railroad, as it were, right, to get them out of here. So we could do that. Fall back first. I think you hear a lot of noise and splashing through the sewers as you do that, as Pieta has already probably gotten to work. But it is an uneventful 40-minute or so trip back to safety, Macarius's hideout and holdout, and you get all those. I think it was something like 20 or so slaves that you rescued.
There were 10.
Huh?
There were 10. 10 in addition to what we freed that were waiting for us. So a total of Yeah, we freed 10 slaves here.
Okay. So do you think Wolsey would, Jiro, do you think Wolsey would have Bronson start like slowly doing surface thoughts over all the slaves and stuff to learn about them, or is that not what he would do?
Start the process of what? I'm sorry.
Like do you think he would kind of look at all the surface thoughts of all the slaves to see, what they're about, or is that something that Wolsey would have Bronson
just to make sure they're like healed and healthy and
yeah, but even like use his medallion to read their thoughts.
oh, yeah, that's fine. I asked him if he minded if I ran his character for a little while, make sure, or roll for spells or whatever. Yeah, he's gonna read. He's gonna just kind of just make as he's asking if the any of the slaves need healing, or if they as we're feeding them, he'll just kind of like look into their mind to see if they know of any secrets, their backgrounds, their to see if they're all actually slaves and not maybe a plant.
Oh, okay, very nice. So is he doing that when you guys get back, or does that like on the way?
Okay, so are we gonna? Does it sound like we're gonna maybe go and escort the?
Yeah, I think that's the first thing. That's the first thing you're going to do because there's a lot of them, and they're
as we're checking on them, and we're probably going back to our contacts hideout, right? Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Yeah. As we're seeing if they're needing any, like as we're feeding them and giving them water.
How you found.
My suggestion would be to do it while we're going there, because again, if Carl's telling us it's about 40 minutes, it's basically a decent hike to get back to the sea cave. That's I'll just call it. We might as well do it while we're going there.
Right.
Okay. All right. So if you're able to control Wolsey, roll me a d4 for him. Roll a d4.
So I didn't understand.
Sorry, d6. Roll me a d6. I'm sorry, Tim. If you could roll me a d6.
Okay.
Okay. One of the slaves is not. When you go into his mind and check him out and stuff like that, he starts to panic, and then his face starts to change. What would you like to have Bronson do?
Okay. What's his thoughts as he's changing?
I either need to get out of here, or let's see if this works.
Get out of here, or
see if this works.
Let's see if what spells he might have.
It's definitely like a panic when you go and as you approach him and then you try to check him out.
Okay, he has hold person. He's not sure exactly why this guy's panicking, but he's probably going to be cautious and probably put a hold on him.
Okay, I will roll a saving throw.
Okay, hold.
Nice. That is really good because this thing saves as a very highly. All right, so you guys see the rest of you guys who are moving up and down, checking on the slaves, making sure they're okay. Who do you think would be closest to where Bronson is?
I'm sure I would probably be right next to him.
So Zorik, you see Bronson step back and start casting a spell, and you see like halfway, you see like this one of the slaves, his face is like almost melting, and it becomes kind of like almost a caricature of Bronson, but it stops like midway, and Bronson hears like in his mind a scream of frustration from this creature.
Okay.
Does he alert the rest of us?
Yeah, well, Bronson would be like said casting. I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna say, we got something going on here, guys.
All right. So Bronson, you kind of learn that this thing is a doppelganger that has accidentally captured by the orcs, and decided to pose as a slave while preying on any creature he could find. He's killed a couple orcs, killed a couple slaves, including the slave that he was looking like. He was going to try to escape. He says, I mean, if you let me escape, I mean no harm. I will go and, yeah.
I think Nixaria would want to sting him because he's being too loud and upsetting her.
Well, he's saying this in his head.
Yeah, but Nixara can also read his mind. She's ESP.
Telepathy, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be auto hit. He seems to be resistant to the poison.
I haven't even rolled yet.
Oh, you don't have to roll. I mean, he's held.
He's held.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 on my saving throw. There's no way. All right. But again, he says I guess he realizes that people are reading his mind at this point, and it says, if you let me go, I will disappear into the city. I will not bother you. I just need to, I need to eat like the rest of us. I need to survive like the rest of us. You are very powerful adventurers. I don't want to mess with you. I promise.
I think he's BSing.
Right. Well, yeah, Bronson's going to say, your ability lets you, blend in with anybody. Who's to say you're not going to come back and, disguise as somebody I trust.
Because I promise on the hive mind. I make an oath to the hive mind.
Okay. This is where I need to.
I mean, he's definitely really scared. I mean.
Oh, I know, and I'm sure Bronson. I'm sure Bronson's sensing that in his mind.
Let's have a mental yelp when the pseudo dragon stings him, because it does do damage. You can go ahead and roll damage for the pseudo dragon.
I think it's just what a D4. I have to look it up.
I think it's 1d3.
Any creature must make a save against poison or go into a state for 1 to 6 days during this time the victim plays dead. It doesn't say
the damage.
It should be under the attacks.
It's 1d3.
Like 1d4.
I think it is 1d3, but I don't have her character sheet open.
She doesn't really have a character sheet. She just has like a little printout.
No,
yeah, but if you look at the very top of that, number attacks 1, and then damage per attack 1 to 3.
1 to 3. Okay, so roll a D3.
Yeah, roll a D3 or D6 divided by 2, however.
2.
Okay, so the thing screams, goes, no, not the poison. Oh,
so,
can Nixara say into his mind that you should be thankful that I was told not to kill you?
Because in his mind he's like not raging, but like really scared because he saw what happened to Warlene, right? Because he was there. He was actually like here in this first area that you captured him. Or it. So I guess Gangerson it.
So with whole person, does that mean he can't move?
You can't move. So it's an auto hit. I mean, you guys could kill it if you wanted.
Yeah.
To, but it's it's up to you. It's promising on the it's swearing by the hive mind that it will not bother you. It will just prey on orcs.
Well, we don't want him preying on the orcs. What if we have him prey on the slave people? The only other thing I can think of, guys, that we could use him for is to have him infiltrate that one set of priests that's sacrificing the slaves to their god.
I know he's swearing, but Doppelganger's whole purpose is to deceive and I don't think we can ever trust him. Zork's just gonna he's gonna end him.
Okay. Because no, I prop.
Well, do you want to do that off the side so that the other prisoners aren't scared of us?
Well,
I think they saw him changing and transforming.
Okay.
Some of them did. The ones nearby did.
Yeah. I'm gonna say we had an infiltrator and so.
And we could leave his body for the asp.
Or some say I knew something was off about that about Johan. Say they knew maybe.
Distasteful, but probably for the best due to how dangerous those could be.
Yeah.
If
I would have surprised Bronson, I would have turned into Bronson, then you would have seen two Bronsons fighting each other. But Bronson.
Or if he has slipped away, if the creature was still more loyal to the slavers, we could have had him rushing off to God knows where to inform on us, and then suddenly our lives become much more difficult in Highport.
True.
I think they're a neutral alignment. I don't know if they're basically just out for themselves. They're like I said, he infiltrated. I mean, he didn't infiltrate or probably wasn't working for the slavers. He just basically changed into a shape and a person that just basically.
Well, I would say, I mean, yes, they are neutral in alignment. Generally, that is true. Not to necessarily metagame here, but the to me, my thought is that really depends upon what you're doing with the world and what their purpose is. They could easily act as mercenaries, and doppelgangers who are working under the auspices of the slavers, that could be dangerous. So I don't really, again, I don't exactly like having to kill someone who's helpless like that, but it's not it's the benefits outweigh the risks.
I mean, he did admit to killing orcs and other slaves.
Then that's true. Not exactly a good creature.
No, I don't.
No, we never trust him.
Okay. I know. Normally they're neutral, but I mean, if you go around infiltrating groups and killing people for fun and food, well, maybe, I don't know, for fun, usually, right? Okay. Other than that, there is no incident when you guys get back, and you can rest and recover. I don't know how long you want to wait for things to play out with Pieta and them. You can look through the logs and the books.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know when the caravans are going and stuff. But how long does my character? It has to be like what, 6 hours for her to pray and learn new spells.
This is where it's preferably you need to be like fully rested and then start memorizing spells.
Yeah.
Right. So this would be like,
well, the question is how long it takes you to acquire spells for a given level, though, because remember in first edition, yes, it does vary by what level of spell you're trying to get back. And I know I had that right. Let's see. For spells up to 3, you need at least 6 hours of rest time.
Okay. Because the ones that I'm trying to learn are actually in my book because we trained on the boat, but I never got an opportunity
to learn the new spells. And
Yeah.
Oh, for learning. Sorry, I thought you were like rememorizing.
I mean,
We can-
which she
I'd
needs
like
to
to
do
do
also.
that too, but
We can say that
I-
she's been studying, and then we can just do the rolls now. She's been studying.
Yeah, I think for learning, that's up to Carl's discretion as DM.
Well, it's going to be like you've been like studying them as you go, and now you can make the rolls to see if you actually learn them, and then you can add them to your repertoire. And then when you spend the 6 hours you're learning or memorizing the spells, you can throw them in. So that's fine. You
okay.
can say you've been studying all along. I mean, there's plenty of time in a day, especially over a voyage.
Yeah, I believe there's 4 of them.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll if you wanted to.
What do you want me to roll?
Percentile dice.
Percentage dice.
Right, but
75.
4 times.
You got to roll for each one
Okay.
and state which one you're trying to learn.
Okay, so let's do magic missile first, and
Nope.
flaming arrow.
Yes, barely, but yes.
Flaming arrow. Hang on, I'm trying to make my notes here because I have to be up to see which spells they are, so I don't even see my rolls. Fly
Yes.
and mirror image.
Yes. The magic missile remains enigmatic.
The one that I really wanted. That's all right.
Like I said, mirror image is probably going to be work to your more benefit than magic missile. I mean, magic missile is always a direct hit. And it's
You do more
eyesight.
damage with your arrows.
Yeah, but that mirror image you can cast on yourself. You can cast on others. It's a very good spell.
Yes. All right.
Second level. The other one's at third level.
Because that way, when I sleep and then pray for my spells in the morning, I can include those.
Okay.
All right.
No worries. Do you want to take a little 5-minute break?
Sure. Let me pause it here. Unpaused.
Okay. So we have done our check for. We've done our check for learning spells. We've gotten the rescued slaves back to Icarios. You guys have been rested, so I guess you get like 1 hit point back, unless there's any healing that needs to be done. With extra spells that might be left over. I think it's 1 hit point back. Icarios has cure spells if anyone needs any. If anyone needs healing. Anyone need healing?
I don't think so.
I think see according to readout, Veer's down 2 hit points. I'm down 1. Bronson's down 5. So Bronson could probably use
Yeah, Bronson could probably use that heal.
Are we resting long enough to get the I know it's 1 day per the rules, but are we down here long enough that we're gonna get like 1 day natural healing, because that'd just take me back at the full. I really don't want to burn
one day natural healing. Yes.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't want to burn healing magic to heal 1 hit point.
Yeah. So Bronson is back up to full. I rolled 7 from Icarios.
But I don't get any spells back, right? Because how
You
long are we
get long enough for you to get spells back, long enough for people to have. You're just gonna chill out for a little bit.
Okay, then I posted my spell list, so I'll have 2 sleep, shocking grasp, burning hands, web, invisibility, and fireball.
Yep. And then you have a chance to look through those logbooks. So roll me a D. Let's do a D6 plus 1.
Who do you want to roll?
Anyone. So whoever's looking at the logbooks.
Okay, so roll 1d6 plus 1.
Yep.
4.
The next caravan leaves in 4 days, according to the logbooks.
Okay.
Yeah, but what are the chances there's actually going to be one if the city's in turmoil?
They don't know that.
We're
I
the
don't know that.
yeah, exactly. We're the caravan.
We are the
They won't.
Trojans, so we say.
I mean, you can even go, oh, the city's in turmoil for some. There's an orc uprising, blah blah blah, and we got these guys. I mean, even if you go early, right? If you leave early, you can say we had to leave because of X, right? So, I mean, they'll probably get word of it at some point when there's people leaving or refugees or whatever.
So basically, we have 1 to 2 days before we need to leave out.
Yeah, well, you have 4 days technically.
Well, but they'll get news. They'll get news earlier than that.
We have 3 days.
If it's 100 miles, they're not going to.
Yeah, I mean,
Caravan takes like 5 days to go 100 miles if at best speed. Right, so
Now, before they start burning them all and stuff like that, is there like a wagon around or something that we could get, or can?
that's easy. You can get a wagon. That's not a problem.
Okay.
yeah, that's. I wasn't planning to get into that discussion now, but before we depart Highport, I mean, when we're done with the slave pits here, which we cleared this place out in what, several more hours, I think.
There's three like carts or wagons in the on the first level in the temple.
Yeah, because I think our primary concerns will have to be, this is what I was getting to in Discord. When we decided to depart here, because we don't have any magical means of overland travel among the party, and we don't have any the hippogriffs are not like adult enough that we can like ride them or anything like that. We're not, so we're more or less going to be going on foot here, or at best on the horses that we got way back when we liberated the Dark Shelf Quarry. So and even then we don't have horses for everybody if we're planning to take anybody off the boat with us, militia, curs, whoever. So, but point is that we'll probably want a provision, because it's going to be a long journey, especially if we're going to be bringing a lot of folks with us. And we'll probably and especially if we're going to pose as the slaving caravan, the turbo and Highport gets us covered, though, because actually then we can note, oh hey, we don't have tons and tons of slaves because all hell broke loose in Highport. We'll probably want to bring. Well, I'm thinking we'll probably want to bring some extra guys with us if we're going to be away for long. And then the other thing we'll probably want to do is figure out what we want to do with the dark sail, because, as I brought up previously, I really don't want to leave that thing on the coastline if we're going to be away from it for potentially weeks. That's begging for it to get hit by pirates or something bad to happen.
Well, my understanding is it's in the cave.
Not really in the cave. It's at the edge, at the end of the cave, right?
Yeah, Carl, I'm not sure if we fully described what the sea cave looks like. I wasn't under the impression that it was like something you can sail the boat into. I thought we were taking like a skiff or a rowboat to go into the cave, but you can't sail the entire ship and hide it in there.
Right.
Which means it's probably anchored off nearby, far enough away from the city that nobody's able to see it because they're ways out. But look, if one of those galleys operated by one of the other orc tribes sees unattended ship or a near unattended ship just anchored there, they might think it's easy pickings and steal our ship.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to discuss what to do with it off camera then. Because I haven't looked at the map to see if it's feasible for us to even sail down a little further to cut time off the journey or not.
Not really.
Yeah, well, it might even be a good idea to Not right now. If we're still adventuring to clear the slave pits, that's the immediate focus. But it might be a good idea to put the map up and put where the actual stockade is. Is I kind of roughly estimated it in Discord. I marked it the Darlene map. But if we do that, then we can get our bearings and plan this out logistically. We may. Part of me really wonders if the only safe way to prevent the dark sail from being seized or destroyed while we're out is just to send it home, and then we'll have to figure out how we're going to get home on our own. But we're adventurers.
Regional map ready for you guys when the time comes.
Yeah, when the time comes.
And okay. All right.
Well,
so
I guess based off of my spell list, I'm ready for barbecued asps.
All right, let me give myself back my full 50 hit points here because we're able to get that.
Yeah, I think I have all of mine. I mean,
Yeah,
Nixara was injured, but then we looked at it and she wasn't injured, so I don't have to do anything with Nixara. Right, yeah, she still has all of her hit points.
And then Bronson has to be brought up.
yeah, he got healed.
Okay.
He should be at full.
Yeah, I put him at full.
Okay. If you have any requests, Macarius is, remember, he's a merchant. He's willing to grab you what you need. If it looks like they're going to put maybe, how many got that? 20, 16, 36. They're going to take 2 carts loaded with slaves, about, stuff them in about 18 to 20 in each cart. And then with of course, probably oxen driving them, and then you guys have the horses. So if you can, and then if you want provisions, then another cart or a wagon. I guess let's call them wagons. I guess.
Well, while they're gathering up carts and provisions and stuff, are we going to go back in and clear out this?
Yeah. So I'm just saying, if you guys can do that off, in between times, and just give via Discord, just give them in a way, and the in game fiction will be, you can tell Macarius what you'd like, and he'll do his best to gather it as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because primarily, I would be thinking that we'll need, provisions, food, water, ammunition, oil. I like to bring bring plenty of flaming oil.
All the ones that you guys liberated, they're willing to help and go and pretend to be shackled and then help with the fight. All but 3 of them.
Then let's smuggle some weapons in as well, so they're not unarmed. But we can worry about that. The planning to take down the slaver stockade post session. I think we got some weevilmen that we need to clear out here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Barbecued asp. This is a new delicacy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bronson did draw us a map when he got into the mine.
Yeah.
So we kind of know where the queen is.
Yeah. Let's do that. So, where do you want me to start you? Hello, I'm here.
Orm's character sheet doesn't match his token on the board. It's saying 18 to 20 on the map, but when you go into his character sheet, he's got 24, 25.
Got it.
I added his 1 to him. But now,
Yeah, I don't think
if it's a full rest, would Orm go all the way up or no?
Yeah. No, but he'll get healed.
Okay, because I already gave him 1 back, but that's all I could do.
There it is.
There he goes.
Yeah, I fixed that. Okay. All right. So you guys want to start from here or from here? Where do you guys want to be?
Well, this staircase is where we went up that took us from underneath the statue of Grumsh. So we know those passages is at least clear through the intersection here. Up here was where I left the bag of marbles previously. That's the reason why I put those lines there. And now I can't see anything anymore because I think you completely filled the fog back in.
Yeah. There we go.
There's something that'll still be hidden because he wouldn't know. So I'll just do that.
I'll blow it up and put us over here so that the viewers can't see it yet. But I'm assuming we're off to the asps now, right?
Yeah, so since these paths converge, it doesn't seem it really matters if we go through. I mean, if anything, I kind of figure we take the direct route that we're already sort of on. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, so go through basically like this way over here.
Yeah. So do you want to?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't want to double back and pick up your marbles, right?
I mean, it wouldn't be bad to do that. If maybe Tharvar or anybody else would help me sweep them up and gather them again, because I threw them there as a trap earlier in case it got flanked. So presumably, if anybody came rushing down that corridor back when we were first peeking into the slave cages, they'd slip and fall and buy us a little bit of time. So I wouldn't mind having them back. So I have them in my pocket once more.
Seems like Cousin Tharvar and Orm could just go back and grab them for you and come back up, because we tend to keep them towards the back.
You can recover that.
Then let's do that.
Am I missing anyone?
Everybody is a jumbled mess right now, so I don't know. I don't think so, but
apparently there's another exit that he knows of too that goes back up to the temple.
Okay, good to know.
And that goes to. Where does that go?
can't hear you.
I'm trying to think where that goes. I'm trying to think where that other one goes. Yeah. Okay. I think I know where it goes. It goes to like a cellar.
A cellar?
A cellar in the main temple. Yeah.
Is that where the undead are?
I don't think so. It's closest to. Yes, it is actually close to where the undead are.
Okay, so maybe we need to make sure that stays closed.
At least while we're dealing with the Aspis, we can take a look. Certainly, we'll want to go up there eventually. We'll probably want to go clear out the undead unless the orcs are going to go do that for us. Let them tangle with the level drain. But I don't think it needs to be a priority right now. I think we kind of have an objective.
Okay, well, let's go. So I guess who's in front? Veer, are you there in the front there, like as position?
Yep.
I would assume our Lindy is up there with him. Usually we have the three fighters up
Yeah,
front.
Tharvar can also see in the dark, right? So if you guys don't need light, you want Tharvar to scout ahead. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't need light. I'm a half elf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't need light.
Bronson and I guess Orm as well, since he's human. We need light, but we do have those continual light stones still.
Yeah.
If you're kind of hoping to not cast rays of light ahead to not give away our position, then Fear and Orlindia and Tharvar should take point. The question at this point, I mean, we know this is going to end in violence. So the question at this point is, do we send Tharvar ahead to scout and be a sneak, or do we just advance boldly? Part of me says that since we already had the lay of the land and we know where we're going here, we might as well just go in and start kicking ass.
Yeah, go in guns blazing.
No, because not use up our invisibility spell again.
Yeah, but I didn't memorize it to cast it on him, because the minute he gets attacked and he has to defend himself, he goes off. So I just don't want to. I mean, I'll only cast it on him or somebody if we absolutely need it right now.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's good to just keep going. And just so that it's said, Arlindia would have her bow out and an arrow at the ready.
Okay.
You don't want Tharvar to sneak up ahead and check for stuff and all that good stuff.
I mean, we don't know if
I
there's
think
traps
we're
or
prepared
not,
for
but
combat. Yeah, and I think we're prepared for combat. I'm with Greyhawk. I think we just boldly go in.
I mean, he can look for traps ahead of us.
He
but
can. I think he should like at least be stealthy. I mean, we don't want to just walk in if it's the basilisk, boldly go in. I mean, if it's the insects or something else, we might. But
Yeah, this is where the apps are.
okay.
Wherever the heck they are.
Again, it says cousin Tharvar ahead, just scouting ahead, or no?
Yes.
Doesn't have to be invisible.
Yeah. If he can do his move silently, then sure,
Like
he
shadows.
can poke ahead. Yeah. I'm a little nervous about that because that's how Brother Quan got killed. But it is what that is their niche. More so than Quan as a monk.
Well, I mean, we're going to have an opportunity to rest again, right? So do you want me to cast the invisibility on him?
If he stays out of battle, I mean, that's.
He didn't listen last time, and he got into battle. So
let's just see if he makes his move silently. Check.
So I'm rolling it secretly. So he comes back and he says he hears a noise off to the right there, deer, and he says a cave opens up further ahead.
okay,
Down
now,
here.
according to the map that Bronson,
Yeah, this is like. Go ahead.
According to the map that Bronson drew us, where is the queen?
Here.
Okay.
All right, so he says that there's like he hears like skittering noise. He hears skittering noises from the right that he thinks are probably either baby. He doesn't know. He didn't go in there. Either baby astis or not, and he hears skittering noise from up front, and he thinks there's bigger things in there. So he'll go on ahead if you say it's okay here.
Yeah, I think
You want to go? He says, should I go right or should I go straight?
go straight. I think we'll put a blocking force down that other tunnel.
Okay, so we go straight. He says he did not find any traps at that junction.
Okay. So then we're moving up.
Yeah, I would definitely move up. Can somebody take a peek into what this is while we're doing that? I mean, if there's no, the only thing that would worry me about this would be if there were traps, but I mean, it's an old school module. Who knows what the hell they put in these places? It seemed a little illogical, but that hasn't stopped them before.
If you get to a fight, I have some blow up maps, so no worries.
Yeah,
Arlindy will peek in there.
To be clear, admittedly, J-Ro brought up a good point. When Bronson used ESP on Dirk and got all this information here, where are these basilisks anyway?
The basilisks are on the top floor.
Oh, okay, good. I wouldn't think they'd be down here anyway with the Aspis because I imagine they wouldn't get along. If we started seeing a bunch of, weevil-headed statues, we'd know something was up. But if we're not in danger of running into them, that's a very, very good thing.
All right, Amy, roll a d6.
A d6.
Sorry, stream roller. Roll a d6. Yes.
4.
All right, you peer in there. And you see a bunch of, in this space,
They're just babies?
no, they're not babies. You're moving you up to this junction here. It's a little complicated. All right, so Darbar's there. And I guess Deer has moved up to like here.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And it's roared in like here. So like if he turns a corner, light's gonna spill in from that thing. But if he's here, there's no light shining.
Yeah, that's probably appropriate.
So you see in between here and here, Arlindia, there are a bunch of they're ants. There's like 8 giant ants.
Okay.
So, like giant, I mean like, they don't appear to notice you.
Are they behind a door?
No, it's just open.
Okay. And about how many?
8, 4 and 4, about 4 and 4. Oh, 4 workers. Sorry, so 8 worker types, and one soldier type.
So
Yeah.
9.
Yep.
Hostile?
I'm sure they will be.
They don't notice Arlindia.
Can she shoot the leader one?
Yeah, you could take a shot at that one.
Directly at the leader, so I want to aim.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so if I aim, do I get anything extra for that?
Well, usually I've been giving a +2 for surprising him.
Okay, so, but am I close range, or can I move to get into close range?
You're at point blank.
Point blank, okay.
That was a hit.
That's a nice hit.
Yep, and there's the first one. And then I get the extra d6 for it. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
that
14.
One, yeah, that one is destroyed. The other ants, of course, feel its death pheromones. So we'll have to get to a combat probably soon. But you killed the soldier ant. Yep.
I'm assuming he's the one giving direction, right?
I don't know. They're ants. Who knows? All right. So Tharvar. So he he kind of comes back. He says, "There's a." Will you try to? I think we try to.
I can't hear you.
I'm thinking out loud. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, I still have another arrow I can shoot.
Yeah, yeah. You could, if you want to shoot one of the workers, you can. That's fine.
Did any of them notice me?
No, this is a surprise round.
Right, but
I'm using it for surprise. I know it's supposed to be segments, but it's fine.
Okay. And Nixara can only. I thought she had other than just stinging. I thought she could do something else too. I mean, she can't go in like. I just don't want to waste her sting on ants, you know?
Yeah. You could shoot one of the other ants.
Yeah, but you said that was a surprise round, so now they get to go, right?
No, we have to roll initiative. But you have an arrow knock, so you can shoot before initiative. So just remember that.
Okay, I'll shoot one more then. But now the surprise is gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a hit, and that one is dead. So there's 2 dead ants, or a dead soldier ant and a dead worker ant. There are 7 more in there.
Okay. I will let them know behind me. ask Warden and Orm and I mean, would Orm want to come up and fight? I mean, seems to me like ants are the easiest, right? Or are they not the easiest?
They do have a poison sting. At least the warriors do, so you might be careful.
All right. So Tharvar comes back, and he says, let's see about that. He says he found a trap. He says he found a tripcord about 4 feet from the entrance where and he looked in there. He said he saw 4.
He saw 4 what?
No, he saw 5 worker ants and he saw 5 giant ants and 4 of the insect men. In that room.
So do you guys want me to finish clearing out these ants and then we just keep going forward unless they notice us?
Well, it's pretty close, so I'm sure they will know soon enough as the agitated ants start sending out pheromones everywhere.
Yeah, you already since you already attacked.
I got to check to see if what happened.
Yes, since you already attacked, I think they're going to probably turn hostile. So we might as well eliminate.
I don't know. The worker ants might flee. Truth be told.
Yeah, that's why I took out their leader. The one that I thought could actually attack back, I got rid of.
Well, you might have taken out that one warrior, but you didn't take out their leader. The queen's gonna be the leader.
All right.
Well, I mean, out of this little room over here.
All right. Anyway, so So Tharbor comes back. He says he found a trap, and he tried to disarm it, but he was afraid he would, you know, he didn't quite disarm it. But there's like 4 feet, but he marked it. He says 4 feet from the entrance is like a tripwire. I don't know what it releases. I couldn't disarm it.
Can we step over it?
Well, he marked it, yes.
Okay.
All right, well, anyway, let's go to initiative, and then with that information, let's go to initiative now. All right,
Okay.
so
Are you gonna roll for the ants after initiative then? To see if they flee?
I think morale is first, right? But I re-roll initiative anyway first. But I think I have to roll for morale.
I would roll morale first, because although again we've been very loose with combat in this game, but technically since you're supposed to declare all your actions before you roll initiative, theoretically morale should come first, because if you fail your morale check, then your action is going to be flee.
Right. So, so 30 plus 35. Okay. Oh, I should have showed you. Sorry. They flee in panic.
Okay, good.
Although these ones here, yeah, they flee past you.
Which way are they heading? They're heading towards 5.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Because then that means Veer and Zorik can smack them too, and then I get 1 arrow at them. Cousin Tharvar is not to attack them at all. Well, I mean, he's not invisible, right? So he could attack them.
All right, so the ones that were over here. The ones that were over here, they flee down here this way.
Okay.
But
they are going towards 5 then.
Yeah, and the other group.
If I see them moved and they're out of melee with me, well, they're not really melee, right?
Yeah, they're in melee. These, I don't know. Which group did you shoot at this group? The worker at this group, or a worker from this group?
I don't think I shot at the soldier first and unalived him, and then I just shot at another one I didn't declare, so I guess whoever was closest or looked mostly in charge idea. But Nixara hasn't gone either, but I hate to use a sting on an ant, you know?
Okay, so you fired it, so 3 of them passed by you, and Nixara, you don't have to attack them if you don't want to, and they move here. So they move past Veer, and Cousin Tharvar and Zorik, I guess. If you guys wanted to get an attack of opportunity, there's 3 ants that run past you guys. Veer, you destroy one.
By the way, when you're saying using sting on ant, just to be clear, the sting is inherent in Ixara's barb on her tail. It's not like she only has a couple uses, per day or per rest or whatever. That's as much as she can with her tail attack.
Okay, so she could sting the ants.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could look at the monster manual entry, but I don't remember anything that says she has limited uses of the stinger.
No, there's no limit to use.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That she can sting and sting and sting and sting.
Okay. Then I think she would have flown in. Because my thought is if these guys are finishing those guys, our Lindy and Ixara would follow these guys.
Okay. Well, they don't have. She doesn't have to attack as it may go by. Zorik, you hit.
Well, she would have attempted to sting one if it went by her. Like when Arlindia loosed her arrow, she would have, I guess, stung one on her turn then.
Okay.
Because I was confused. I thought she could only use it X number of times.
Yeah. So she's going to attack one on this side. Okay.
Yeah. What do you want me to have her roll?
Just roll a d20 to see +4 to see if she hits.
Okay, so it is a 13.
It's a miss. 13. Oh, 13 though.
Yeah, that's 7 plus 4.
Yeah.
So, sorry, an 11. But she gets +4, I think, to. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 11 total.
Yeah.
It's a miss. Yeah. It's a miss on the ant. All right, so you don't quite kill that one.
Too bad she didn't do it on her surprise round. That's okay.
Did you get my damage?
Yeah, you didn't quite kill it. Thorvar to attack that one or a new one as it moves by.
I'm assuming
Let him sneak attack a new one. Since they're next to us, he'll still get a sneak attack and they'll probably take out one instead of finishing off the wounded one.
Okay. There's 2 left, but one's injured. Okay. All right. So Thorvar will attack that one. Sneak attack. So it's a +4, right? For that. Does he not have a magical weapon? Oh, he has a dagger pistol. Got it. Okay. All right, let's put it there. What did I get?
You got a 17.
Oh, nice. Okay. 2, and then he gets 1d6 or 2d6.
I don't know my rogues that well to know if it's 1d6 or 2d6
For what?
for sneak attack.
I thought they got stabby, don't they?
He hasn't been able to train, but he's technically still 4th level.
If it's backstab, it's time 2.
Times 2.
I mean, what level?
Huh?
What level is it?
4th level.
Yeah, I think it's like 6. I think they get times +3 or times 3.
Okay. Is it times 3? Oh no.
It's 6th level, but I think at 4th level. Let me look. Yeah.
So he did 6 points of damage. So he didn't quite take out his, but they're both injured. The ones that moved through. Oh, interesting. If they're panicked, I would say there's a chance that they trigger that trap.
I can't hear you.
If they're panicked, he might trigger that trap.
I'm not so certain I really want the trap to go off because that'll alert everybody we're here.
Well, they know you.
Yeah.
Okay, at 5th level he gets times 3. So 1 through 4 is double damage.
Higher or lower? Someone call it.
So wait a minute, on that sneak attack, you rolled 1d4. Wouldn't it be 2d6?
No, it's just double damage. You don't get d6s.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
All right.
how about lower?
Lower. Okay. The trap does not. They do not trigger the trap.
Yay.
Okay. So I guess we're going to roll initiative and switch maps.
I'll roll the d6 for initiative. Don't expect to go first, guys, because I don't think a 3 is going to do it for us. Sorry.
Oops.
Unless Carl rolls a 2 or a 1, but I don't think he will.
Then let's switch maps on people. These guys. Okay. And look at you guys. Not quite there yet, but I'm just gonna grab you guys. Make you bigger.
Okay. Do you need me to pause?
No, monster. I'll switch over the map and then I'll just make you guys bigger.
Yeah. Nixara is a little sleepy this morning, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Alinda, you're here. And the tunnels between them. And then this is like so Tharbar is here. Here are the little ants that are. I don't want to make a token for each ant. I'm just making them 4 or 5 ants there. And I'll roll it if needed.
Okay.
Here.
And this is out in the hall?
Yeah, you're out in that hallway here. So you can just move like to follow these ants here. You go.
I need you to speak up, please.
You go this way and then this way here.
I'm following right behind them, and Nixara was ahead of me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nixara is like here.
Because she's faster than me.
Nixara is like there.
I think she's faster than me.
And then who is that? Zorik is like right here. And then you guys. Jordan.
So where are these guys? Because they weren't on the other map.
These guys,
They're farther back in the hall.
A big room.
Okay.
That they're going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tharbar said that there's a trap.
So there were a lot more than 9 ants.
No, there were. Well, now these ants are different. It's a different group.
Yeah.
So Tharbar said that's where the tripwire is. Okay, I got to roll initiative. Well, these guys keep panicking, so I'm going to have them roll, keep moving. These are 5-foot squares, by the way. Yep, I have the map. There. Yep. So these ants keep panicking. They move past the aspis and down this hallway. They move like 9 feet. This one here.
Who? You're not clicking on anybody, so I don't know.
Right, the ants that were scared, they move past. So these things, the ants that were injured, and the ants that you guys attacked,
Okay.
that all the morale, they move past there. I guess the aspis. Let's see. I'm going to roll for the other ants because it's not okay. So let's do this. We're panicked. So let's do. Wow. Okay. These ants here, as much as the aspis are trying to control them, their antenna are up and they're in panic mode. They haven't fled yet, but they will probably flee.
Okay.
So these ants are in a tizzy. Some sort of mark on them. Maybe that's not good.
I can't hear you.
I'm just talking to myself. So these ants are in like a tizzy. They're like spinning around. They're probably going to flee because all these ants are panicked. Okay. All right. And these are all worker ants. So they might be getting soldiers or fleeing back to the nest. Okay. These guys here. One guy gets over here, gets his shield out and draws weapons. He gets here. They kind of move and get ready, but they don't know what's coming because they can't see Darbar and they don't know what's going on. Okay, you guys.
So is this considered a surprise then?
No, they move. They have maybe a ready to action for like if they see something, but the equivalent of a ready to action if they see something. They have what are they wielding? I do not think that these guys have any. They have 2 broadswords and shields. They do not have a missile weapon.
Okay. Because I think what I would have, Arlindia would shoot at this one, and then Nixara would go after this one. But
Okay,
it's
so Arlindia's going to move to here and shoot.
the what?
You're going to move and shoot. You move to here.
Well, I was right behind Nixara. She was just ahead of me a little bit, but I mean, I want to be in point blank range, and I'm not shooting at the one that she's after.
Yeah. Move a little closer. So what's your move?
I don't really know. 12.
Oh, yeah, you got 20.
And Nixara's is 30.
Yeah, let's do so 30 feet is point blank. You can move to there and shoot.
Okay.
And point blank, and then Xara will attack this one.
Point blank. Yeah. Okay. That is not a nat 20, I believe. I don't know. It doesn't show me.
It's not.
It's
I
not.
don't believe it is. I think it's a 17.
Yeah, it would have a green. It would have green around it if it was.
Okay. So there's the first arrow, 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot to state, but I am not using magical arrows. That is most likely a miss.
That's a miss. For 14 damage.
To this one.
Yep.
And Nixara. Oh wait, that you said D100 for her, right?
No, she rolls a to hit D20 plus 4.
So 24.
Oh, she rolled a nat 20.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do D6 damage instead of a D3.
Okay. For 6 points.
Then I gotta roll a saving throw for the stone.
And see if they're paralyzed or die instantly. Well, I think it's 25% chance of dying instantly. You got a 13.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna check. I'm not sure.
Sorry guys, missed on the second arrow.
That's okay.
13 is a success.
Even though it was a nat 20?
Yeah. You just did extra damage. Okay. Who's next?
I thought they still take damage.
He did take damage.
He took the 6 damage. He just made a saving throw, so
He didn't get paralyzed.
No.
Yeah, he resisted the poison. He just got really injured because she got a really solid hit with the stinger. Has Tharvar already cut the tripwire?
He failed to. He failed to deal with it.
So he marked it so we could step over.
He marked it.
Greg, did you want to go next since you're probably going to use range, I imagine?
Yeah, let me do that. So I'll move. I got move 9. These are
5 foot squares.
all right. Then I can easily move to here, and I'll just start shooting. For this position, so here's my thought. I could open up on the aspects, and those are the ones who are probably going to start engaging us and are the higher threat. However, I really don't like the idea of these ants rushing off to potentially rouse some nest, and then suddenly we have a lot more combatants on our hands. So I'm somewhat inclined to actually try and eliminate these fleeing ants first. Do I have a line? Do I have a line of fire on these ants over here?
No, you'd have to move to like here.
Okay. If
that's like the cave border.
Are the you said these are supposed to be on my measurement is showing like 20 feet to go here. So are these supposed to be 10-foot squares or are they 5-foot squares?
5 foot squares here, please.
Okay, so these measurements are overstated. This is half.
No. Oh, is it 10? Does it say 10 feet per? No.
It says 10 feet per.
Oh shit! Sorry. Doesn't need to be 10 feet. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, in any case, I moved about 20 already. So if I know the tripwire's there, then I'll step over the tripwire.
Further back.
I can't. All right. So if I move to here, now do I have a line of fire on these fleeing ants?
Yes, and these two are injured.
All right, then. Here goes. Let me see. This is. I can never remember these Unearthed Arcana rules. I don't think I'm in point blank, but I actually can't move up any closer because then I'm going to be in melee and I won't be able to shoot. All right, then just start rolling. I still do get a +1.
Should not take much to finish them.
Though. No, it shouldn't if I hit.
You hit an AC 6.
AC 6 is a miss. That is a hit.
All right.
Okay, so one goes down. There's only one injured ant in that group. All right. Anyone else moving forward? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw 8 on myself and move forward. We'll get the 8 out of the way, and then I'll roll. I get an additional 1d8 hit points. I get 7 additional hit points, and I will move. To there, and I'm sure Bronson's going to move up.
Okay.
I'm going to move up to here and swing at this guy. And if he has a ready to action, you can go first.
Double choppy with his broadswords. You're just moving regularly, not charging anything, right?
Yeah, I was just moving up.
2 is a miss for sure. 17 hits an AC. Probably -3.
Yeah, that's a hit. Five points of damage. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, question: is this a favored round, or did that opportunity not attack not count as the first round?
Not a favored round.
It's not. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're swinging at him.
That's a hit.
Ouch.
12.
And were these larger or small, medium?
They're small, medium.
Okay. So 12 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got a bad roll on the 1 dice.
Yeah.
Still amazing that with your exceptional strength, a roll of 1 still produces 12 points of damage, though.
Mm-hmm.
2D what? 2D4. So only one of the 2 4s was a 1.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I guess the other one was a 3.
You're still amazing. You're still amazing.
One gets to there. I guess he's going to throw a hand axe at that guy.
The lady elves are going to start throwing themselves at you, Veer. Lord Veer.
Until they turn on the light and see my face.
He has a spear. He's going to throw a spear.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
Now that's Nat, right? Because it's green.
Yes.
I don't think he has a damage bonus. No. It's 2d6.
Ask for dinner. Has a subtle earthy taste.
10 points of damage. Nice. Okay, that one's hurting.
Who did he go after?
He threw it at this guy here.
Okay.
Okay. I guess it's a new round, right? So initiative.
I rolled last time. Sorry, guys, I rolled low.
We'll go 6.
I don't think any of us is likely to beat you, but well, at least tie. But so I'll roll
Go for it.
it. Close.
That's cool.
We're just giving them a fighting chance.
Don't have a exceptional dex. A bonus dex.
I do have exceptional dexterity.
Oh yeah. What is it? +1 or?
I have dex 17, so I have good reactions.
Well, you guys.
I am metal armor though.
Yeah, Arlindia and Royden can shoot first.
I can't hear you. What?
Arlindia and Royden can shoot first.
Okay.
Right. Good. Then I'm going to say I can eliminate those fleeing ants.
Alrighty. So, and Nixara doesn't
First,
read, so
just your first. Just your first.
right, but Nixara, no, correct?
No.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah. So, and that was at this ant over here.
Yeah, assuming that's the one that's still standing, because this one is down, right?
No, that's 4 ants there.
There's 4 ants here.
Oh, this is a number that you're the number of them.
Yeah,
I
those
thought that
are
might.
groups.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay.
She did 8.
I'm not going to be. Okay, that changes things. I'm not going to be able to eliminate that many fleeing ants then. I thought that was a wound marker.
Yeah.
Well, you can take out the one pile. That's one less direction that it can go.
Yeah.
True.
If you fire that one destroys that one. So that destroys it. If you're shooting at that ant, Gordon.
Yeah. All right. Well, that eliminates that group.
Okay. And then these flee. So those like flee away. In their weird clicky language, the Aspas seem irritated by that.
They should be very irritated they got hit. So I did 8 more points of damage. Did you take that off?
Yeah, I did against this one.
Mm-hmm.
I move forward. Attack Zero twice. Ouch. 1 hit, 1 miss.
Against Veer or what?
Against Veer, yeah.
Sorry, Veer.
12 points of damage. And this other one attacks as well. AC 1 and an AC -3. AC -1.
They both hit. My AC is 1.
Yep. 8 points of damage.
But is this a favored round for Veer now?
Will be.
This guy closes with Jordan.
Why would he go after Riordan when I'm the one that's been shooting at him?
He's closer.
Closer. AC, the best AC I got was a AC 2.
Miss. I'm AC 0.
And then against Nixara. Ooh, I think you have a dead familiar.
What?
220s against Nixara.
Her armor
Two
class is
nasty.
2. I mean, he hits if it's a 20, he hits regardless.
That's 2 natural 20s.
22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. I think you killed her, right?
Sar's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, exactly dead. -10. Bummer. Oh, you lose some, don't you?
I can't hear anything you're saying.
Something happens to you too.
Now, is she dead, or can I recover her and try and heal her?
She's dead, -10. Doesn't say anything about this familiar.
Well, it still might be able to be used as the character. You know, it's first edition where they go down to if you're at -1, you're dead, or if you go to -10, you're dead.
First edition is -10, you're dead, but the problem is that 12 hit points and 22 points of damage.
Yeah.
Nixar's already at -10. She's
true.
dead.
Amy, you lose 10 points of damage. Although, but so technically your hit points would be 40 with Nixara.
I can't hear you. What?
Technically, your hit points should be 40 with Nixara.
I only put 28 because I never added anything in for her.
Yeah, so it would be 40, but you just lost 22 points of damage as well. So you would be down.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I have 28 hit points. I didn't add anything in for her. I thought she only affected my armor class. So then I go from -3 to -2.
No. Your armor class doesn't matter. Right. So 12. So 40 minus 22 is what?
48 minus 22?
Or 40 minus 22 is what?
18.
No, it doesn't make sense. So 20. She had 12 hit points. Right. Okay. So you had 40. Yeah. So you lost 10 hit points.
How do I lose hit points?
So should the familiar or be killed, the magic user will permanently lose double the number of hit points, actually. So you use 24 hit points.
You gain additional hit points with with your familiar, but if your familiar dies, then you lose that amount of hit points. Is it doubled or is it?
It says double the number of hit points.
This is what I'm not understanding. When I got her, I added nothing to my hit points. So how am I losing? I didn't add any of the extra hit points. So I should have added extra hit points that I'm now lost.
Yeah. Yes.
So how much should I have added in the first place?
12.
12 more.
Yes.
So then I should have been at 40 total.
Yes.
Now I've lost how many?
24. From 40.
Yeah, so the relevant lines here, the number of the familiar's hit points is added to the hit point total of the magic user when it is within 12 inches of its master. But if the familiar should ever be killed, the magic user will permanently lose double that number of hit points.
So then I'm dead. This doesn't make. I'll pause it because this is not making any sense to me.
Just unlucky. You ready?
Keep going.
All right. So I think that's it for the round, right?
Well, no, we didn't.
We get to go.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm going to use my favorite round, and I'm first going to go after the one that I've injured.
This one there. Okay.
For 13 more points of damage from the first swing.
He's gone.
And switch to the guy that also attacked me. For 13 more points of damage.
Yes. Okay. All right. Who's next?
Am I allowed to, Carl? You, since I fired my bow earlier in the round, and because you allowed a first attack on the dex bonus, and now I'm engaged in melee. Am I done for the round, or am I?
Probably draw your weapons and attack with one of your blades.
Okay. Then let's give it a shot.
Nope.
All right, so much for that.
All right. Amy or Lydia has one more shot.
Well, she would have shot it at this guy, but
You can shoot at this guy. That's fine.
well, I mean, the guy I was shooting at moved, so I don't understand why I wouldn't have gotten an attack opportunity when he moved. First of all, but
Not melee. That only happens in melee.
I think you got to shoot. I mean, you got to shoot at the start of the round. I mean, before they.
Right, but then he moved and we were engaged, and I thought if we were engaged and somebody moves, you get an attack opportunity.
That's from melee engagements. When somebody's trying to move out of melee combat with you, the assumption in AD&D is that unless it's like a falling back maneuver, they are fleeing essentially, and you're allowed to get a free attack on them. But that doesn't apply to missile weapons.
Okay.
You can fire at this guy. You can switch targets.
Yeah, I have to get back over here.
Anyway, I'm gonna.
11 is
Okay.
a miss.
What, Carl?
11 is a miss.
And
Zora, it's your turn.
Oh, I was gonna step
I
and swing.
can still move, correct?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Then I want to go over here. I mean, I'm in close combat, right? But what I wanted to do was get Nixara's body, but I can't do that. Never mind.
You can, but then you'll be in melee with that creature.
I said never mind. Keep going.
All right. All right. That's a hit. I think. Wait. 11. Okay. Still up, but barely. All right. I think Thorwar is going to come in and try to help finish. What do you want, brother? What do you want Bronson to do?
I thought he had spells.
Bronson? Yes, he has spells.
Does he have a resurrection? Can he resurrect Nixara?
He's not high enough level to have resurrection. Yeah. He's 7th in resurrections.
I think they even get to raise dead. He'd have to be at least 9th, right?
Missed.
He missed.
This one's going to attack that one too.
Yeah, Resurrection's a 7th level spell. He only has 4th.
Battle axe. Ooh, 16. That's a hit. Nice. That one's gone. Right. What do you want Bronson to do?
Well, like I said, since the he'll just move in as far as he can, I guess.
Okay. Gear's injured, if it matters.
Bronson doesn't happen to have a casting a spiritual hammer, does he?
He doesn't have it memorized or prayed for.
Okay, and that's out. That'd be one way of giving him a ranged attack.
Right.
But if he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have it memorized, or not memorized, prayed for.
Okay, it's a new round.
So in this roll,
Yeah, I'm gonna check their morale first.
It's a strange question, but if I was to roll Find Familiar right now, is there a chance that I'll end up with an asp?
No. Maybe an ant. That'd be weird. But...
Yeah, they don't seem to do anything.
So, Amy, my thought is really after level 2, maybe 3 max, never have a familiar, because if they die, there's big penalties. Or never engage them in combat unless there's multiple melee on that target.
I completely didn't understand how the familiar thing worked, because I should have had way more hit points, and if I realized that, I would never have let her attack on her own. But anyways, whatever. Keep going.
I guess they're gonna flee.
Yeah, well, true enough. You should have had more hit points, and yeah, the rules for that are very, very brutal. There is a theoretical.
And I'm sorry you didn't realize it, but yeah, I told you a couple times that she can get hurt, and if she gets hurt, then it hurts you too. And I'm sorry we didn't explain that fully to you.
I was thinking I only lose 12, not knock me down and everything else. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, well, the real bite is, of course, the permanent nature of it. Now, there is theoretically there is theoretically a way to fix that, but that probably involve finding a way to cast Wish, which is not as quite as difficult in first edition as it would sound. At least if you ever heard anything about how Gary Gygax's crew actually played, they apparently had lots of wishes. I don't know how, but well, we'll see if we luck out. Maybe we'll find a genie lamp at some point.
Well, I mean, I would have had her move away, because then it would have been better for him to take an attack of opportunity once than 2 attacks on her. I mean, it just played her completely differently. So I don't even want her now.
Oh, absolutely. Well, no, and I think that's probably the right move not to bother, because we're probably at the point of the game where, especially if Tharvar can cover our scouting, we don't need a little critter doing that as much. I mean, we're trying to get more access to options which free us from that. And admittedly, this, for what it's worth, don't beat yourself up too much, because the other component of it, of course, is that we had some really crummy luck there. I mean, Carl rolled two 20s back to back.
Yeah, but I was under the understanding of other things. Like, I bought the necklace, we put protection on the necklace, that didn't do anything. I thought she would, whatever. Never mind, keep going.
All right, initiative
I rolled a 4.
4. All right, you guys go.
Why did you roll 111? Is that how many ants are coming at us now?
No, that's they're fleeing, but you guys go.
I'm going to step and swing to the next guy.
I'm definitely taking Nixara's necklace back because I'll sell it.
Okay.
Admittedly, if there were 111 ants coming at us, we would actually have the perfect solution to it. It's called Fireball.
Well, I would web it.
That,
I would web the area.
Web.
If that's a cave, they couldn't get past it.
web would work too. Web would actually work really well too.
Nice hit.
Because this map doesn't exactly visually match what I saw on the other map. Because I think we're down now, right?
So roll that again for it's double damage.
Okay, I think damage is what, D1D10?
Yeah.
Zork is avenging Nixara.
For 6 more points.
Huh?
6 more points.
It would be the 13 damage plus 3, so I guess it would be 16.
Yeah. You don't have a strength unless you have a strength bonus.
No, I do not.
So yeah, all right. So that chopped them pretty good. Veer.
Yeah, I'll try and hit my guy again.
Okay. It's a hit.
For 11 points of damage.
Okay. Who's next?
I don't think
I'll go.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I don't mean to steal your thunder. Do you want to go first?
No, it doesn't matter.
All right, then let me try and assist Veer here, and I can use both now.
Ian is a hit. The 11's a miss.
Okay.
4. Okay.
So whittle them down.
All right. Bar.
So I still don't get to go, Carl?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to wait for them to flee and then shoot them? Or what do you
I have 2 shots. I'm obviously going to go after the asp in front of me, Carl.
Okay.
And I can't hear anything you're saying. Why are you shaking your head? I can't hear you.
Okay.
Did you want to have Cousin Firebar go first? What do you want?
No, go. I usually have them go after. Now, Zork is in melee now. Just FYI.
Then forget it. Do what you want.
Okay. Barbar is
I
going to
mean,
go.
you're not going to let me move. You're not going to let me go up. He's in melee. I can't even use my sword according to you. So go, whatever.
So Barbar is a miss. Twice. Storm is going to come down here and help. That is a miss. All right. What do you
Now,
want?
can I move and take my sword out like I wanted to, or no?
Yes, you can do that. You could have done that before.
No, you said that he's in melee. And I said, okay.
You could step and swing. And he was just saying I was in melee for the arrow shots, but you could step and swing.
So you're going to go up and attack.
So my character sheet closed. I thought I had. No, I don't. Hit modifier is 1.
What's a miss?
I got that.
This guy is going to flee, so you guys get attack opportunities.
Okay. You get a
for you about as much as it likes the long sword for me.
yeah, I know. I don't have the best luck at it. Do I get a when an opponent is fleeing and you have it in your dual wielding, do you get attacks of both weapons or only your primary one?
Just the primary.
Okay.
I presume he's not AC5, right?
I don't recall if you're fleeing, they lose AC. I can't remember.
They do. You get it's treated as if they are a rear attack on a stunned opponent. So it's +4 to hit.
All right, so that's a hit. So yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's a hit. So 14 points.
Yep.
Okay. Instead, okay, this guy flees, so you guys all get attacks of opportunity on Zork and Arlindia. The 10 plus the 4, so 14. That's a hit, AC2.
How did I get +4?
Because he's fleeing.
When an opponent decides to break melee and flee from combat, the first edition rules state that you get to make an immediate attack on them. So that's the opportunity attack in this game, and it's made as if it's a opponent who is considered stunned. And again, and it's also considered a rearward attack, so you actually get +4 to hit, as I recall. I can find the page in the DMG about that.
I just didn't see it on the sheet, so I didn't add anything in.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead.
That's okay. It's a situational modifier, so it wouldn't be on the sheet.
Zork, you wish to take attack opportunity?
I did 8.
Yeah. So Zork?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I'm laughing if it gives you a 10. No, it gave you better.
What's the damage? Take it out.
Everybody gets a 10.
Yeah. All right.
Just passing around 10s. Like, which show was that? Oprah? You get this and you get that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at, that thing.
Was it Oprah? I don't even remember what it was.
It was Oprah.
It's Oprah. Yeah, you get a car and you get a car. Everybody gets a car.
I'll bend down and pick up Nixara's necklace, by the way.
Okay.
And her.
Nothing. Okay.
I'm going to ask the clerics if one of them want to give me a little bit of healing love.
Right. I'm sure. Is all the fighting done?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that it's the answer, but Bronson, of course, is going to go and check out Nixara, and then the clerics. Yeah. Well, I'll start. Go ahead with my cures. Who needs one?
Now, you said with Wish. What does Wish do? Does that get Nixara back or get my hit points back?
Either. Nixara.
Well, in theory, it could do either of them. Here's the deal: Wish is a 9th level spell, so it's not something that we have access to. We'd have to get.
Raise Dead is a 5th level spell, and there might be a 9th level cleric in the town somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would fix our Lindia's hit point situation. So again, wish is the alter reality spell. I mean, this is you ask for something, and if it's been and provided that you phrased it in a way that your dungeon masters are going to totally monkey paw you, it happens. So you could theoretically wish to have your hit points restored as if you never lost your familiar, and it would take you back to your previous maximum hit points. Correct.
But
The issue, of
28,
course,
not the 40, right? Because
that's right. That's the way that wish is phrased. Again, wish is a negotiation between player and DM because you're asking for something. I mean, again, it's like asking for well, a wish from a genie, essentially. Of course, we don't have access to it. I threw it out there as an example of a way to fix a situation, but we don't have a ring of wishes or a genie lamp. We could theoretically find one, though. I mean, there are options here, but again, wish ninth level spell. None of us can cast it. It is one of the most powerful spells in this game.
now the priest that's helping us run the slaves and stuff, is he not wish, but is he high enough level that he could bring Nixara back, do you think?
Who's that?
The priest that is helping with the slaves.
Does Mikaro have access to the Raise Dead spell?
Makaros, I don't have to look to see what his level is. I don't think he's at high level, but you never know.
The only other one that I think is a magic, maybe she's not a magic user, our orc.
Pieta, I think is high enough.
What?
Don't forget those gnomes. One of them was a cleric, wasn't they?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. She definitely has access to Raise Dead.
The only problem with that is going to be that they're not with us. They're back in Niron.
No, that's what and Pieta or whatever her name is.
If
who's near us.
Exactly. That'd be an option there, because I'm pretty sure that Raise Dead, maybe Resurrection as well, actually. I think both of them, but I have to double check the spell description. They have time limits on them. If somebody's been deceased for too long, you can't raise them anymore. So we're not exactly going to be able to get Nixara, back home to do this. We'd have to find somebody locally. If Pieta is capable of casting 5th level spells, then she may be able to. The only stipulation to that will be if she's an NPC who worships Grumsh, the evil god of orcs. So we have to hope that her divine favor gets her that spell.
My theory with her would be she's already dealing with undead. So somebody around here can deal with the undead, so maybe get me Nixara back. And I know if they resurrect her, I don't get my hit points back, but at least I would get her back.
Yeah, you do.
I would?
You get 12. You get 12 back, I guess.
Which would be good. Because then I would be basically back at my 28, which are... Yeah, I'd be back to where I was.
Let me see.
Yeah, you want to be at the 40 you should have been, unfortunately, but at least that would get you some back as long as Nixara hangs around near you, and we could just be careful not to make sure she joins combat anymore.
I just had no idea that it would permanently take my hit points down. I thought if I lost her, I lost a little bit of hit points, but nothing else.
Yeah, what can I say? Retrospect now, I wish I had told you something before she went into combat here, especially with these things, because as I'm sure you've noticed by now, these Aspis creatures, they're pretty tough. They can take some punishment and dish it out.
Yeah, but I'm sure if I begged Pieta, offered her something.
Well, we saved her life, in a way. Dirk probably would have actually had her murdered at some point.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, who needs heals?
Who else needs heals?
I think I'm the only one besides Nacera that took damage. I'm down half.
Okay. I got 3 cures on me right now. If you wanted, you can roll 3d8 for yourself. That way.
I'll do it one at a time because I don't necessarily use up all your spells.
Well,
So 8 would bring me to 34. Try one more. That would bring me up to 41. How about you save that third spell in case somebody else needs it?
Bronson still has cures also.
All right. Well, then if I use the last one, that'll bring me up to 48 of 52. I'm in good shape.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. That's another reason we're here.
You guys are.
And just think, gotta go look up.
Of note, since Bronson is getting pretty close to the point where he could, just to follow up on the conversation, don't mean to sidetrack any further beyond this, but Bronson is actually getting pretty close to the point where he can cast Raise Dead. He's not there yet. He needs to level up a bit more, but 5th level spells will be in his grasp if we continue at the pace we have been going.
His let's see. He just turned 7th, so he's still got another. Looks like
2 levels. At
50.
ninth level, you get your first 5th level spell as a cleric.
I'm just saying he's got another 50,000 experience points to get to 8th, so he's.
Ow.
Yeah, I know. he's getting close.
But if I cast Find Familiar, what are the chances I'll get something that will raise my hit points?
They always raise your hit points, but usually it's not that much.
Yeah,
The dragon or a closet could do it more. So.
Yeah, you hit the jackpot on your last familiar.
Yeah, technically your chance.
Carl's been going at killing her since I got her, so he finally got his.
He's been going at killing all of us since we.
Yeah.
Well, so technically, the chances of getting your hit points raised by casting Find Familiar are 100% because any familiar will raise your hit points. It's just that most familiar.
But if I do that, if I cast Familiar again to raise my hit points, and we resurrect Nyxara, then I can't have Nyxara back, right?
You can have Nyxara. Yeah, you can. If you raise Nyxara, she can stay with you. You raise her.
Yeah, but I would probably rule that you can only have one familiar at a time. And by casting Find Familiar again, you're severing the magical connection. So if she's raised, it's not like you're going to have 2 hit point batteries, so to speak.
No. That's not my question. Was if I cast Find Familiar, then I cannot resurrect Nyxara and get her back. That was my question. I understand if I cast Find Familiar and let's say I get a wolf or something like that, I know I could always just dismiss them and take Nyxara back if I resurrected her. But my thing is if I do that, I think I no longer have that opportunity to raise Nyxara, right?
It's for Carl to determine, but I would think that you'd still be able to raise her. You severed the connection to her as a familiar, so there's no longer that symbiotic link. However, her life force is a different matter whatsoever. You can still bring her back from the dead. It's just that she wouldn't be your familiar anymore. That's the way that I would rule it, at least.
But if you didn't take Find Familiar and you raised her, she could still be your familiar.
Okay. How long do I have to raise her, though?
Unknown.
Uh,
I mean, we don't have to metagame it right now. I mean, I guess the priest could roll d6 to see if they might know something. That's probably the best way to do it. What they've heard, their you know, you want to roll a d6, Zorik and Bronson, to see if you know anything about how Raise Dead works.
So maybe we ought to leave the caves and go up and see that cleric and see if she's capable of raising dead on this era.
Or, I mean, I don't know, you can keep going.
No, I mean, we're not having to leave. I'm just trying to see how long do I have with, to raise Nixari. If they say it's 1 day, we're not going to be out of here in 1 day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we ought to put out of the caves. They're not going to go anywhere. Just because they lost a couple soldiers, they're not going to abandon this warren of caves. If anything, we might have a hotter reception coming back in, but you got the invisibility spell for Tharvar to tell us what's going on, and it gives us a chance.
it sounds like Carl does not want me to just read the answer out of the book.
Well, the thing is, the resurrection spell is a 7th
d6
level.
and see if they know. That's what I've been saying for the last 5 minutes.
Admittedly, Carl, Streamroll does have a point. You're pretty hard to hear sometimes.
I got this microphone, but I guess it doesn't work.
It works just fine if you're near it.
It's right here. All right, well,
you can get quite quiet sometimes. I wonder if it's because if you turn your head at all or something, if it just doesn't pick up. I don't know. I'd have to take a look at your setup, but you can get quite quiet sometimes.
All right, so
because I'm thinking if there's a way to preserve Nixara so that she's still able to be resurrected, that's basically what Arlendia would want to do.
What spell are we wanting to go? A resurrection spell?
Raise Dead.
Raise Dead.
Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. I'm almost there. Okay. Well, I guess Raise Dead says person, but that doesn't make sense. You couldn't raise anything.
Because my thought process is if we can keep it to where she's within raisable lines, I guess you could say, when we get back, then I could talk to what's his name, the gnome.
1 day per level of experience.
1 day per level of experience?
Yep.
So XP or?
No, like if the cleric is like a 9th level cleric, you have 9 days.
Okay, then I don't have time.
9 days. You have 9 days.
Yeah, we're not going to get back to Dark Shelf in 9 days.
And note what Raise Dead actually says about
that's
acceptable targets.
What's that?
I said note what Raise Dead actually says about acceptable targets.
Acceptable targets? What do you mean? Yeah, that makes no sense. That means like only that description makes no sense that you couldn't raise your like dog. That's dumb. What's the point?
Okay, hey, look, that's fine. It's your. And mind you, I'm not saying this as a criticism at all. You're the DM. Obviously, you set the rules here.
That means like bugbears, orcs, etc., who have priests or whatever, or witch doctors, wouldn't be able to get raised. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, that is the way it would be if his rules is written. But again, there's no criticism. If that's not the way the Greyhawk works in our world, that's fine. So if Ray said, well,
I mean,
work, great.
resurrection also says person, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, also back when they wrote these rules, they never thought that somebody would be able to raise the dead of a pseudo dragon. So
Well, possibly, mind you, they also did weird things back then. For instance, like elves and half orcs had spirits rather than souls, so they were completely ineligible for being raised.
Yeah.
So, hey, Carl, by off chance, when we search this room, do we find any loot, like maybe a scroll of raised dead?
Scroll raised dead.
You guys
Yeah,
are
why
gonna
not?
fall back? What do you want to do?
Jackpot.
there's a chance.
Oh, someone has a luck stone, right?
Luckstone, yes.
I do.
Yeah, you
I'm
could
wearing it.
10% chance. Whoever's looking.
All right, why not?
It says.
D100.
Yeah, do 100.
Oh,
So close.
You know what? I think that's worthy of it. 11 is right on that threshold.
I think we all get a vote. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. Not here. Doesn't say that. Not to say that there isn't one further in the compound. But are we going to continue, or are we going to stop here, or are we falling back, or what are we doing?
Well, for game mechanics, I don't think we're falling back, but I think for time management as players, this is probably where we would stop, because if you look at the time.
Coming to 1 o'clock. Yeah. Well, the ants fled down this way.
Because the one I'm trying to think of is Bruno's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the gnomes.
She's a priestess, right?
right.
Yeah, that was the gnomes.
Because
Who?
if I have
They're
9
back.
days, would I have an opportunity to try and pray to reach her?
I don't know if there's a way to contact them. I mean, again, there might be a high level cleric in this town.
Yeah.
Maybe not, the kind you're looking for. But.
So why don't we back out, go see the orc cleric. If she cannot perform it or doesn't have a scroll, maybe she knows somebody that can in town.
Okay.
We can come back later.
Okay. All right. So we're going to fall back.
But I think they wanted to loot the area first, Carl.
Yeah, they didn't find anything.
That's yeah. So I mean, I have no. If we really want to, make our quest to raise Nixara right this very second, I don't feel strongly enough to say object to that. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. Personally, though, we're gonna have at least 9 days actually, because you have to be 9th level to cast raised in the first place. So a little bit. I kind of see it as we also are not. We don't necessarily need to abandon what we're currently doing in this location right now. It's true, while the aspects aren't going anywhere either, sort of neither is Nixara.
Right.
Right. I mean,
you'll
I'm not
have to fall back.
suggesting that we leave here to go do that. I was just trying to see how
Yeah, it
many
might be
days I
busy.
have. Huh?
Okay, because admittedly, what Snake was suggesting sure sounded like we were about to back out of this place, and like, personally, I prefer not to do that. Again, I'll go with the flow, but I'd rather finish what we came here to start.
Yeah, I guess it's up to Arlindia. Fall back or stay, keep going.
I don't think Arlindia would fall back. I mean, her mindset would be, if I'm carrying Nixara with me and I call a new familiar, right? I already don't have a bond with Nixara right now because she's deceased, correct?
Right.
So I can dismiss my new familiar if we raise Nixara, right?
Well, well, you're not going to take an hour to call your familiar anyway right now. So
Yeah, there might not be one in range, and
you don't have it memorized.
It is just a general question. I'm not.
Right.
Right.
That's for Carl to answer.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing. Is if we do raise her, then is she still going to be in the mindset of being your familiar, or would that be, I don't know about that either.
Well, true. But I mean, that's the thing. If you raise her and then you cast Find Familiar again, which should be a valid target. I think that's purely up to Carl.
Yeah, I don't know. There'll probably be a roll of some sort.
Well, I think the exceptional familiars, don't they get like a saving throw to even be allowed to be summoned? Or I know that was on gas. I don't know if that's on these or not.
All right. Okay.
Well, in any event, it sounds like next session we're going to continue clearing this place out so that we can be done with these aspis. And hey, think of it this way: get some revenge on them for what they just did to you.
Right. I mean, I hate it. This is very tragic, but I think we can clear this out and then see if we can't rectify the situation.
I'm not the least bit worried about that. I'm not suggesting that we go back. I mean, if I have 9 days, I have 9 days. I'm not worried about that. My biggest concern is the number of hit points I have now. It's down to 16 from 28. So that means I'm back to not being. I'm being squishy, I guess you could say.
Right, and I understand. I mean, I think he made the point earlier. You weren't really a frontline fighter anyway. You were more from the distance and spells. So
right.
Yeah, so you're still one of the hardest ones to hit, or the hardest one to hit. So not that anyway.
Yeah.
It's just you're just gonna have to not get into combat.
Right.
Well, I mean,
in no
not
way,
get into
shape,
combat.
or form. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to derail us from what we're doing.
Okay.
Right.
I was simply asking a question so I knew how long I had.
Right. Well, we're going to have at least,
9 days.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. It's metagaming. We're going to have at least 9 days. If Ray's dad is going to work on her, if Carl says that that's how his game universe works, then unless he's changing the rules on the duration as well, we're going to have at least 9 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not even going to be probably wouldn't even take you a day to clear this out. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's the thing, and we can probably get that done and still be in time to pose as the slaving caravan to go south. So I don't think our schedule's been changed at all.
No,
not what I'm trying to do at all. Just gathering
Our mood has definitely changed, but our schedule and our quest has.
Right. I mean, Arlindia is pissed off. It just is going to make her more angry, but not moving anywhere else.
Okay.
And quite frankly, the way Arlindia feels is if we find a priest that does the undead while we're in these pits, then she's just going to force them to raise her familiar. That's where she's at.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that is funny.
What?
One of the.
Because didn't you say that these steps over here lead to a temple of undead?
Which one? I think this leads up close to it, not exactly there. But.
Yeah. So Arlindia has a chance to find one up there too. So not worried. More worried about hit points than I am familiar.
Okay.
And Nixara can't hear me. So.
Oh, who knows? maybe I just have to keep on going from combat to combat. I have to keep on rolling with the luck stone until we finally get below a 10.
But then it comes down to if we find a scroll with it on there and it's above
It
us.
is reasonable.
I have a 1 in 10 chance of pulling this off in every fight.
Right. Okay.
That's
Look,
true.
check my pocket. Maybe I have one in my pocket.
That's funny. All right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll stop here, or did we stop already? I don't even know.
We've been just talking for a while, but
Or have we been? We didn't close out, or we didn't say
no,
goodbye.
we haven't yet. Not yet. Our watchers are right along with us, and I'm sure they're feverishly putting comments down below about what they would do or not do, or their interpretation of the rules.
Okay. Well, we'll close here. And
maybe if we get 1 million views on the video, you'll just automatically resurrect Nixara.
yeah, I don't know.
That's a pretty lofty goal there.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for running.
Thanks for playing, guys. I'm sorry we only got through a couple combats.
But we learned a lot.
We learned a lot.
Learned a lot.
Thanks, Cora. Appreciate you running the game.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah,
Thank you all.
Wow, that was. Like I said, it took 2 natural 20s, but that was wow.
Yeah.
When Roll20 wants the DM to have good luck, they have good luck, don't they?
I guess they do.
Alrighty. Good night.
The rolling.